Welcome in to the Burnout to Breadwinner Masterclass. I am so excited you're here. I have poured everything into this because I know exactly what it's like to be burnt out, to even have a really successful multi-six-figure business and hate it and it not be the thing or be working and you have to burn it to the ground. And I know when I was in this season, not that long ago, I wish that I had had something just like this. And so let's get into today's masterclass. I'm going to try to make this as seamless and simple as possible for you to watch while you're doing the laundry, while you're driving to maybe pick up, maybe while you're doing your errands, doing your laundry. I'd love to do it while I'm doing laundry because I hate laundry. So I'm like, I can just binge a class while I'm doing laundry. It's really easy for me. So let's get into today's masterclass. My name is Tay. I'm a certified life and business coach and officially the founder and creator of Breadwinner Energy. I am a mom of two girls. I am a wife and I retired my agency not that long ago. So I'm a retired hustle boss babe. I'm equal parts healthy, organic, all natural things, while also let's just get pizza for dinner. I absolutely love binge watching reality TV, but right now my favorite is The Rookie. I'm also equal parts red lipstick, fiery energy, while also like spreadsheets and structure and stability all at once. I'm like the fiery, the bold, while also we need a plan, okay? Before we get into this, silence your phones, put everything away that you possibly can, get off of social media. The literal model of what I'm teaching today is to be off social media. It's to be offline more. It's to be off of your phone more so that you can actually live your life and have freedom and make more money and have more calendar space. And so get off of the computer, get off of work, fully indulge in the class because it's going to change your life. It's going to change the way that you see business. It's going to change the way that you see your current business model and your way out of what you feel like you're stuck in. And so if you can, shut everything down, indulge in the class. I won't make it too long. It's not even an hour long, so that you will be able to get the most out of it and go out and change your business after this, okay? Also, stay till the end. I will sell to you. I am going to pitch to you. I am going to make you an invite to join my Breadwinner Energy Academy program because, of course, I want you to change your life. I don't want you to be burnt out anymore. I don't want you to have a business model that doesn't work for you. And this is your official invitation into the academy where you get to learn and implement all the things all in one. And if you stay till the end, I will gift you something completely free. So I would love for you to come over to Instagram at it's Tay Daniels underscore LLC and tell me what your life would actually look like if you had a business model that gave you calendar space, cash, and then your clients are also getting results while you're spending more time offline. Maybe you have 1 to 2 calls on the schedule every week. Maybe you have 0 calls on your schedule every week. I've set my schedule up to have 0 calls on the last week of every month, and now I've done it for 2 weeks every month. So 2 weeks calendar completely free for creativity and fun and spaciousness because I really value being the visionary of my business. I value creativeness. I value how can I pour into my clients and what they're learning and being really creative. And I can't do that if I'm always strapped to meetings and hustle and admin and going. And so what would it look like if your business was set up so that you were making money, but it did not require more of your time, more Zoom, more being online? Okay, I'm going to teach you this today. So before we get into it, you're like, what is Breadwinner Energy? Who is this woman? Tell me more about your life. Tell me the juicy tea, right? So I started my very first business in 2016. I was 7 months pregnant. I had $100 to my name, wrecked credit, no degree, 23 years old, knew nothing about life. And I was like, I'm going to quit my 9 to 5 and be an entrepreneur, be a business owner. Everyone thought I was absolutely insane because why would you quit your 9 to 5 at 7 months pregnant, nonetheless, when you have no money, right? I did not care. I was like, I am not going back to this job. I'm not putting my child in daycare. I can't even afford daycare. I'm going to figure this out. So I would search high and low on my computer every single day. And I came across being a virtual assistant. Now, back in 2016, being a virtual assistant wasn't popular yet. It wasn't like a big thing. Like nobody was really doing it. Not a lot of people knew about it. It's like, I'm gonna quit my 9 to 5 and me and my shitty Toshiba laptop, we're gonna build a website and be a virtual assistant. And so I did that. I got some clients, I made a little bit of money. And at the exact same time, I decided to leave. This was about a year later, a year and a half later. I decided to leave my then husband. He was abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. He had all the money, all the decisions. And I was like, I'm done. I'm leaving this situation. I didn't have enough money to fully be a single mom, but I decided I'm going to go back, apply for a 9 to 5. It was $40,000 a year, and I had 3 interviews with this job, and I ended up losing to someone else because she had a degree, even though I was more qualified. I was crushed at the time because it was scary. I was like, I'm a single mom. Now I'm going through divorce. I don't have money. I don't have a degree. I don't even have skills, right? I just have like this business thing. So I was like, I'm going to niche down to wedding professionals. At the time before this, I really wanted to be in the wedding industry. I just loved it. So I did that. And within 6 months, I had a booked out agency. Best decision I ever made. So glad that job did not hire me because I went on to make 6 figures. I then became a certified life and business coach and scaled that to multi 6 figures. Now, in 2020 through 2021, this was when I hit my first ever 6 figures, but I also developed chronic pain and health issues that went a mystery up until recently. My body completely shut down. I got pregnant, had a second child. Then I was completely wrecked. And now I'm officially in my aligned and healing era. So Breadwinner Energy was created for other women who maybe didn't have choices. Maybe you grew up poor. I grew up in a trailer with my single mom, and maybe you didn't grow up with money. Maybe your circumstances are far from favorable to being an entrepreneur. Maybe people have told you like this isn't going to work for you. Maybe you have an unsupportive partner. This is the space where you actually feel heard and seen and understood because I didn't come from anything. I didn't come from an entrepreneurial background, a trust fund. I literally came from nothing but like hopes and dreams and figuring it out along the way. I didn't have money to invest in my business. I literally couldn't even get a credit card when I started this. And I did a lot of figuring it out along the way so that I could help create this path for you. And then throughout this journey, I've had lots of tower moments, lots of burning it down, lots of tears, lots of I want to quit moments. So I know what it's like to grow a service-based business, to grow a course-based business, to grow a coaching business, to burn those things down for alignment. And I'm going to teach you how to do those things today. Okay. In this masterclass, you're going to learn my exact method and ecosystem for big client results. This is the number one thing I value is do my clients actually get results? Because if not, your coaching or your course-based business isn't going to last. People will tell other people they didn't get results from your offer, right? The number one goal of being a course creator or a coach is to get client results. But also we want to do it with calendar space, with freedom, so that we can enjoy our life. And we want to make a lot of money because when you make money, you have freedom, right? To do the things you couldn't do before. So I'm going to teach you today my 5-step method for my lazy luxury business model to have, again, calendar space, cash, and client results while you spend more time offline enjoying your life. I'm going to tell you how we build our entire businesses around one signature mid-ticket offer, how to grow your business without being glued to social media. I have grown to multi 6 figures without social media. I love it because I'm secretly introverted and nobody knows that. And then also how I use social media to grow as well. But I don't lean on it to make money in my business. How to get client results with less of you. So your clients get really good big results, but it doesn't require more of you handholding because I fell into this trap once too. Also, I'm going to teach you guys how to build a rich and regulated business model so that you can heal your chronic pain. You can have a business that's centered around being neurodivergent or being a mom or whatever your life and energy looks like. Okay. You're probably here today because you accidentally built a business that's a full-time job and doesn't give you PTO and it doesn't give you any benefits either. And so every single thing depends on you. Everything in the business depends on you. You're the content machine, the sales machine, you're the coach, you're the admin, you're tech support, you're the emotional support, you're the back end. And every single thing depends on you, which is a recipe for disaster and burnout. And I know because this happened to me right after my first ever 6-figure launch. I was so burnt out, I could not keep going. I had like done all the things leading up to the 6-figure launch, and then I did it. And then I was like, and I hate the business model, and it's not aligned, and I hate everything here, and I'm exhausted, right? If you tried to scale your business right now, something would break, and it's probably going to be you, because that was me, right? And so you're just in that like just enough mode. You don't like go too hard because you know you can't because you don't have time and energy. So you stay stuck in this like one place of like, okay, it's enough. I'm okay with just making this amount of money and like settling, or you are pushing, but you're trying to push through burnout, right? So you secretly hate your business, resent your business. Maybe you resent your clients, your offers, and it just feels like I can't give up because I need the money and I want the freedom, but I also hate this business model all at one time, right? This was me. Had my first ever highest cash month, 6-figure launch, hated my entire business. I was burnt out. I was stressed out. I was postpartum, 30 pounds overweight with a naturopathic doctor doing all the supplements and all the diets and working out, and all I was doing was gaining weight. I was depressed. I was anxious. I had brain fog like never before. And when I tell you, like, people would say, like, oh, I had brain fog. And I was like, I didn't really understand brain fog, but it was debilitating to the point like I couldn't function. Like, I just sat and like rotted on the couch all day long. Everything in my life and business felt hard. I was miserable 24/7. So I burnt down my business. I burnt it, multi six-figure business down. I got rid of offers, complicated tech. I literally fired my entire team. And I was like, if it is not easy, if it is not simple, if it does not give me low overhead and lots of time freedom and my clients getting lots of results and feeling loved and supported, it's going. It's gone. I'm deleting it all. I'm burning it all to the ground. And that's what I did. So this is going to be for you. If your business does not work for you, or it only works if you're online, it only works if you're in it and you're constantly working days and probably nights too, or weekends, and you're never actually getting ahead, your to-do list runs your life. It literally runs your whole life. Content runs your life. You have too many offers, everything's spread out, tech here, tech here. You're like gluing it and taping it together and hoping that one day you will make enough money that it will all work itself out. And then you make the money and it doesn't work itself out because you have a business model that is unsustainable. So I'm going to break down this 5 steps to how you're going to fix it right now. Fix your business model, and you will see by the end of this training, you will see every single gap. That is why your business model isn't working. It's why you don't have the time, the freedom, you're not making the money, you're strapped to social media, you're strapped to your whole business. By the end of these 5 steps, you will have solutions, you will have answers. Okay. The first thing we have to do, I call rich bitch regulation. I come from a long line of trauma from childhood to adulthood. I told you guys a little bit ago in this training that I was in a relationship with someone that was abusive. But even before this, I had another abusive partner when I was in high school. I lost my dad to suicide when I was young. I was sexually abused as a child. Again, I come from lots of trauma, right? So my adulthood was built on survival. So when I built this business, again, single mom, broke, wrecked, credit, no degree, all the things, I built it on survival. Like, just go, 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 hustle, 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 work your way out of it, right? And then I got to 6 figures and I thought that more money was going to solve all these problems. They didn't. And I spent years in therapy doing all the work. But then this chronic illness developed, this chronic pain developed, and it was in my body. And even though I logically had come to recognize my trauma and understand my trauma and work through my trauma, again, years of therapy, it was still stuck in my body. And I was in and out of hospitals. Like, what is this pain? It is weird. It is debilitating. Like, I don't understand it. And every single time, lab after lab, test after test, it was like, oh, you're anxious. It's stress. It's stress. It's stress. And the truth was, it really was because I was totally in survival mode. And so this has allowed me to not only see what is extremely important for entrepreneurs, but women in general and women who maybe carry trauma, or women who are in survival. You're always in your masculine energy because, again, this was me, this is non-negotiable with building a business. It's not just mindset. And while mindset is so incredibly important, if you are not actually and actively working on somatic healing and peace with your past and healing those trauma pieces, you're going to operate your business out of trauma, out of self-sabotage, out of stress, out of masculine energy. And you will eventually, again, burn out or burn it down or quit because it's not sustainable. So my goal as a coach is to not only give you tangible strategies that are going to change your whole life and business, but also it's coming to terms with, like, you need to know who you are and you need to know your own energy and your own magic and be able to pull those things out of you, because no coach is going to give you this magic sauce. You are the magic sauce. But again, you have to be regulated. You have to be able to fully see your gaps in your own self of, like, this is where I'm self-sabotaging. This is where my upper limit and I'm not letting myself go further. This is where I'm really stuck in this survival mode, this masculine energy, and why I keep operating out of it. And so in my programs, we unpack this because it's the most important work you're going to do, right? This is the nervous system work, self-trust. This is the body work. This is the identity upgrade that actually allows you to build a business that's going to feel good. Because if I give you a strategy that gives you space, calendar space, and it gives you cash, you're going to self-sabotage it because you don't know what to do with yourself, right? So you have to be able to be regulated to be like, I can actually take time off and I can take time away mentally and emotionally while also the business runs itself, right? So you're no longer scaling from anxiety. You're scaling from safety, from peace. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if your body is stuck in fight or flight or freeze or sabotage or shutdown, that's what it's going to be. It's just going to be hustle to try to gain control. The biggest mistakes I see my people making, skipping regulation and going straight into the doing, the to-do list, the what can I do? What's next? Your whole identity is wrapped around like being the helper or the fixer or the people pleaser or the hand holder in your business. So you literally strapped yourself to clients and you're building a business from like panic and urgency and like survival instead of safety, instead of being able to like truly embody the fun and the freedom and the flow, which is what makes the strategy actually work. So what happens when you skip all of this work that I just scanned over is you build a business that might look successful on the outside, but you're trapped inside, you're burnt out. This was me. You're in that anxious loop, that overgiving, you're constantly with clients, you have no free time, you're always calling in unaligned victim clients, and the money actually feels super shitty because not all money is good money, right? So inside my program, Breadwinner Energy Academy, we have an entire module dedicated to rewiring your subconscious brain, healing your nervous system, somatic work. We brought in multiple guest experts for nervous system work, for somatic work, so that you can actually start to rewire. This is also something I learned as a certified life coach, because again, this is the important stuff right here. This is like the tangible foundation. If you do not work on this foundation, everything else will crack. You cannot build a stable home on a cracked foundation. So we have a whole module dedicated just to this work, is how you can rewire those subconscious thoughts, how you can get out of victim mentality. Obviously, if you need therapy, that's a line we don't cross. We would suggest that. But this is also some of that somatic work, that deep inner body work. So I have clients saying that in just 5 days of your program, my mindset has completely changed and really motivated me to put on my CEO hat. One of our other clients said that 2 years ago, she would have had to work 40 hours a week to obtain these results. Well, now she's only working 5 to 10 hours a week. She has 4 kids under 4. I think she has 4 kids under 5 now. And she's even brought in 50K this year while taking more than half of the year off. Okay. Now, after we've done that, now we move into like actual tangible business model decisions. There's different types of business models that you can build. And so we help you decide what is the best business model for you. This is where you actually get clear on the life that you want to live, how you want it to feel, and then reverse engineering so that your business strategy matches your actual lifestyle. So many coaches build offers and they're built on like something a coach told you to do. And, or you're just like choosing, like, oh, I'm going to coach, or I'm going to be a consultant, or oh, I'm going to do VIPs and one-to-ones and group, and I'm going to do all these things instead of having like, what is the actual business model? Is it passive? Is it coaching, high ticket? Is it hybrid? How do you set it up? So we give you like a menu of options of what that could look like, and then help you evaluate your lifestyle, your energy, and what you want your life to look like to choose the best business model. So one of the big mistakes that we see is that you're just stacking up random offers. You're just like picking and choosing like all these random things and like constantly putting things out, constantly in building mode. You're always like copying what works because you have FOMO from people on the internet. And instead, what really happens is you're always in pivoting, you're always in building, you're always in overwhelm and chasing trends. Nothing feels simple and nothing ever compounds in your business because you don't have an actual tangible business model. You just have a random menu of offers and then posting on the internet and hoping someone buys a random offer, right? That is not sustainable business. So what your business probably looks like is you're selling too many offers. You're constantly recreating the wheel. You don't actually have a funnel or client journey that you're putting people through. So there's no passive, there's no time off. You're afraid to niche down or re-niche. You're afraid to let go of old offers or things that no longer go with you in your new business model. Your business model is complicated. It's all over the place. Even to you, it feels complicated. So then in return, your audience is confused. They're exhausted. They feel like it's complicated. Nothing can scale or grow because everything depends on you. You're always launching. You're always in go mode. Inside Breadwinner Energy Academy, we help you fix this because we help you choose the right business model for you and then actually build it around one signature mid-ticket offer, right? So we help you in the Soul Aligned Offer Lab build out the offer that can grow and scale with you as you grow and scale, but also we keep it into a really simple ecosystem. We don't add more offers and add more strategies and add more things, and you're always in building mode. We help you build the business, plug in the ecosystem, and then be in maintenance mode and growing mode. This is where the freedom is. This is where the time is. This is where things start to compound. So we actually give you a module to map out an entire year based on the module that you choose. One of our clients said, I have a 6-figure business that now allows me to take summers off and be with my daughters. If you really want to do the work and build a business that you're excited to work in, do not hesitate to join for a second. It has hands down been the best investment for my business. One of our other students said that she finally pivoted to a new niche 5 months ago. And she was not only able to bring in 70 new leads and 4 paying clients right off the bat, but she also felt like she finally had authority and loved what she was doing because she was willing to change her niche. So this is what we do. It's like, what is the business model that actually works for you? Most of our women are mothers, neurodivergent, or have some kind of chronic illness or pain, or all three. I have had all three, and this is the business model that helps with that. We then build your business model around one signature offer. This one signature offer is going to anchor in the rest of your business because it's going to make all the business decisions for you. So I'll walk you through like, who is your luxury client? That goes back to this offer. Where do you show up for marketing and messaging or for lead generation? It goes back to this offer. How do you grow and scale around a movement, and what is the thing you're talking about, and really anchoring into what people know you for? It comes back to this one signature offer. What are other offers that you create? It comes back to the signature offer, right? So instead of juggling 3 to 5 offers or always creating new offers, and then really none of them are converting, we help you build cash flow and clarity around this one offer, and then everything else is built on the outside of it. The biggest mistake I see people making is creating new offers every time your sales dip. You're like, oh, here's a new offer, go into building mode, new funnels, new things. And then you're constantly in this cycle of like always having to live launch, always being online, always creating, always building, just doing what's trendy, right? Because you think, oh, this will just like get me quick cash. And maybe it will, but it's not going to be sustainable long term. So now your audience is confused because you're just throwing shit out to the wind. But even if they're not confused, you're exhausted, right? Because it's tiring. Again, you're always stuck in building mode. You're always stuck in launching mode and being live. You don't have things like mapped out and a plan to follow. You're just like vibes and pressure and posting and praying all the time. You're always selling. You're always tweaking. You're always in hustle mode. Inside the academy, we help you set up your entire year in structure of like, what are we doing for the year? What are we doing each month? If you have ideas, do they go into the log of ideas, or do they actually get mapped out of like when you will execute these ideas? When are you in building mode? When are you in maintenance mode? We help you structure vacations, sabbaticals, time off, creation. All the things go into this module, right? And then we break it into one signature offer to help you build it. So it's either a course or a group program. It's scalable without team. It's scalable without co-coaches. And it is less of you, more results, more calendar space, more cash. We give you every single thing you need to know. We give you the templates. We give you every single thing you need to build, to niche down, to build a curriculum, to build a framework, to build results, to price your offer. Every single thing is in the program. Okay. So we then teach you, once you've built that model, you've built that foundation, you've built that structure, now we teach you how to get your clients more results while you're offline. Less of you, more of your genius, right? More of the things you know, more of the things you're good at. We help you build a clean delivery system that actually gives your clients results without you always being online or emotionally available or over giving or overly involved, because your energy is going to be the most valuable asset you have in your business, right? So if you're burning out just because you're giving so much to your clients, it's going to lead to resentment or burning down your whole business, right? And that's not actually being in service to your clients at all, because you believe high touch equals high value. I can only charge this price, or I can only do this if I give so much of me. And then every time you go to like do a bonus or do something, it's like more of you, more one-to-one, more giving, more hand holding. And you assume that's going to get your clients better results. And that's not true whatsoever. Right. So you're designing your offers based on what people want and expect in this accountability, and not actually about what is effective and what drives results. So you're like always on call. Even when you're off, you're like, clients are still messaging you. So then what happens is you attract clients that don't take responsibility. You attract codependent relationships with people who just want accountability to blame you when they don't do any of the work, right? Because all you've done is handhold, come get a call, come do a one-to-one, come do this, come do that, and not actually here's how you do the steps and are self-led to get yourself results. Because if you can teach your clients how to effectively coach themselves and do the work and implement the work, they will then get themselves results, and they won't always need to lean on you for results. So they can get results even when you're offline, right? So ironically, your clients will not get better results if they have to depend on you. And then also too, it's what if you need time off? What if your kids are sick? What if you're sick? What if you got into an accident? What if you had surgery and you're offline for weeks? You either need co-coaches, you need someone to come support the group, or clients just don't get results because they're depending on you. Inside Breadwinner Energy Academy, we help you decide who your luxury client is. Now, luxury clients don't mean they just have money. Luxury clients means they're the best ready to buy client now for your niche and your offers. We help you break that down because it's going to lead into the way you design your offer, the way you market, the way you do content, the way you sell. We also help you decide like what are the features that you're going to include in your program and how to create a curriculum, an actual step-by-step program that they can follow to get said results. What are the things that you're going to implement so that your clients get results while you're offline, right? And then we'll also give you like the menu of delivery options that are actually really, really fun that I love, my clients love, and still gets them results, okay? This is where your client results will go up and your availability will go down. Now, so many people are like, that's not the right way to do it. It actually is because it brings in people who value doing the work and getting results, coming to get the support that you do offer, and then taking that and running with it. And those people always get better, faster results. In all of my 9+ years of service, those are always the people that get the most results. So I have clients that are saying 40 people bought in 3 months, made an extra $750 today outside of posting. Absolutely love Tay's energy and wisdom. She actually does what she preaches. So, okay, now our favorite training that everyone loves, the last one, growing without social media. This is your strategy first, energy backed approach to marketing, lead generation, and sales. I have built my entire business off of no social media, from my virtual assistant business to my agency to my courses to my coaching. I've done it all without social media. Now I am on social media and I like social media and I post on social media and I use it to nurture my people. I use it to warm people up, but I don't use it to get leads into my business. And most of our sales, 90+% of our sales and leads come, I would say 99% of our leads come from other methods that are not social media. I just don't personally love it. It doesn't fit my personality. It doesn't fit what I want. And so I've created a business pretty much without it. Mistakes that you're probably making is trying to be everywhere in all the places to stay relevant, to stay top of mind. And you are literally strapped to posting, praying every day. It's like posting and hoping someone likes it and buys it. And you secretly hate social media, but you think you just need to be better at it. So you like hire a content coach, you hire a social coach, you join that membership that's going to give you all the perfect hooks, and you think that's going to fix your problem. And you do all that and you keep posting, keep posting, keep posting. And now you're more burnt out. You don't have more leads. Your business is not growing. Everything is strapped to you and it feels hard. And then you're posting relatable content because you think that's going to convert. But really, it just gets people to be like, you're so motivational and inspiring. You're selling reactively or not selling at all. You're letting ChatGPT write all of your content. And yes, people can tell. You're spending hours in content creation and your lead generation system is posting and praying. And then you're wondering why sales feel sporadic, sales feel hard, you hate social media, you hate your business, and you're ready to burn it all to the ground. Okay, you're sick of social media. And so we give you a way to generate 100+ leads a month that does not require social media. Not only do we help you master content, we give you a content sales map for what to post every single day for 90+ days and how to break in your one signature offer into a bunch of content pillars. We give you messaging training so you know exactly how to speak to your luxury client. We also teach you how to repurpose and batch content so that, again, more time and energy. But then we also teach you email. We teach you all the ways to grow without social media, Pinterest, partnerships, collaborations, giveaways, bundles, summits, you name it. And then we help you get more leads, 100+ leads in your business without social media and without ads, right? I don't run paid ads. I have my clients saying January was my highest cash month, 15K, and I'm now set up for a minimum of 11K months. First time ever hitting 10K, never thought I'd see that number. 40K for the quarter, just signed my first 4-figure person per month, right? When you put all of the pieces together that I just shared with you, our 5-step framework, you get calendar space, you get waking up to sales, which is my personal favorite. You get nail appointments and Pilates and baking and reading books and being in the garden while your clients are getting results and you're making money. Clients are getting better, faster results. You have strategy, you finally have peace, and you have a business model that works for your life, right? And then you get to like feel and enjoy into what you really wanted in this business, right? Clients actually winning and you don't have to handhold them. And so it feels good to work with people that value you and your time and your expertise, and they go out and get the results, right? You're sitting at your kids' soccer games and you get paying full clients or you get passive sales. You're taking 1 to 2 months completely offline or with 0 calls every single month, right? The truth is you cannot just like take what I told you today and plug it in without the actual tangible pieces behind it, which is what we do inside Breadwinner Energy Academy. Now, So many of you are probably thinking, I don't have time to do another thing. I don't have time for another building. But the truth is, you don't have time, and that's why you need this program because it's going to give you the step-by-step method to getting more time back in your day. Tech overwhelms me. Me too, girl. Me too. I cannot do complicated tech whatsoever. Everything we done is put it into a list. Here's the tech pieces we use. Here's the links. Here's affiliates for those links. Here's you can get discounts with our tech pieces. Here's step by step how to use it, how to build it. And then we tell you like this is the one to pick that's going to be the most simplistic possible because I don't do overwhelming tech. And then if you're like, okay, I've already tried to do all these things. I am assuming that that means that you're not a newbie and you're done settling for things that don't work and that you need a step-by-step process to plug into your business so that it will actually work for you, which is what we do inside Breadwinner Energy Academy. Okay. This is a step-by-step plug and play strategy plus energetics to build and scale and automate your business with one signature offer without social media, without ads, without sales calls. It is going to be for the moms who actually want time and space. You want summers off. You want to be at the pool. You want to be on vacation. You don't want to miss milestones. Maybe you have chronic illness or chronic pain. So you need a business model that matches that honors your body and your energy throughout the weeks because maybe it's unpredictable. You actually want less. Like you want less of things, less tech, less overhead, less pieces just like always moving and you just want it to be like clear and simple. This is what I do. This is where I show up. This is what I need to do to make money. And it's all in place. You want a softer way to grow your business. You really want to call in those self-led women. You're a self-led woman. You really want that in your business. And maybe you're probably a high achiever and you want a different way to do business. If you're a strategy queen, you're going to love that I've implemented like the energetics side of things and like how you inject your own energy, and everything we do is based in strategy. So if you're an energy queen, we give you step-by-step strategy. Inside Breadwinner Energy Academy, you have our 5-step ecosystem. You have the bonus modules, so like cash injection challenges and guest experts and taxes and legal and contract, all the extra bonus modules. You get 2 calls every single month for live Q&A. A private community so you can chat with the community 24/7, and you get paid to learn. We pay 30% commission. You get your own link and you share your experiences. You share with your audience. You tell everyone how much you love the academy. People join using your link. You get paid 30% cash. So one person joins using your link. You just made $666 while you're learning. It is one payment of 2222 or 12 payments of 222. Okay. Here's the reason you should join now and not wait is because your business model isn't sustainable and you know that. You're actually burnt out and you want a new way of doing business and growing business. You want a business that actually allows you to be social media optional and continuing to do what you've always done and then saying, oh, let me just try this one thing will lead to coming back here in 6 to 12 months and saying, I wish I would have just implemented it the first time. And I cannot tell you how many clients have said that to me. Okay. So join Breadwinner Energy Academy now. The link is going to be below this video. And for your free gift, come over to Instagram at @itstaydaniels_LLC. Message me burnout to breadwinner masterclass, and I will send you your free gift, which is a list of how to build without social media. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Don't forget to join Breadwinner Energy Academy, and I will see you guys inside.